No panic, no warning, just routine, then silence. He tried to climb in, but became stuck. The drone did not wait. A Russian military vehicle was detected moving toward the Ukrainian border, but it did not take long for a Ukrainian FPV drone to move in on the vehicle. The drone had already conducted low-altitude surveillance, quietly following the vehicle's route. As the vehicle entered an open, unprotected area, the operator made a swift decision. The drone closed in and made direct contact with the vehicle. The impact occurred before the vehicle had time to maneuver or change direction. The tactical result was clear. The movement toward the border was halted before it reached the operational line. Doctrinally, rapid movement aims to minimize exposure to artillery or direct fire threats. However, in modern warfare, the primary risk is no longer limited to the horizontal front line, but also comes from above. Then comes the most tense moment. Without warning, and before any clear sound is noticed, a Ukrainian FPV drone suddenly appears from low altitude. There is almost no time to react and very little opportunity for evasive maneuvers. In a split second, contact occurs. A brief blast brings the Russian military ATV's movement to an abrupt stop, and the vehicle comes to a sudden halt. In the forest near Toretsk, 3 Russian soldiers spread out to rest. The first man sat beneath a tree, phone in hand, unaware he was already being observed. The drone descended rapidly and engaged the position. Nearby, another soldier had just crouched down. A second drone moved through the trees and made contact quietly. The last man saw it all. He dropped flat, arms over his head, motionless. The drone hovered briefly, then completed its operation. Only still trees and silence remained. Ukraine's 414th Strike UAV brigade detected a Russian soldier. Exhausted, weary, and alone, he continued moving forward, unaware that a drone was monitoring him. After walking for some time, he took cover under a tree to rest. Then, a Ukrainian FPV drone was launched toward him. It approached slowly. He noticed the drone at the last moment, but it was already too late. He was under direct observation. Sumy region. Ukrainian drone teams detected irregular movement through scattered brush near the frontline zone. A Russian soldier moved carefully between low shrubs. Minutes later, he settled under a small bush to rest. An FPV drone was launched. It dropped to a lower altitude and fixed on the position. The soldier never looked up. The drone then moved in and made direct contact with the location. The movement was effectively stopped without resistance. Nature grew quiet again. Even thin foliage cannot fully conceal movement from low-hovering FPV drones. In the Luhansk sector, a Russian soldier approached a building and attempted to squeeze through a narrow window frame. He managed to get halfway inside, but his torso could not pass through. A nearby drone locked onto the position and moved in, making direct contact before he could free himself. Unusual entry behavior near buildings is now used as an indicator by Ukrainian drone teams when monitoring activity. A Russian soldier was resting under a tree when he faintly heard the sound of a Ukrainian FPV drone. He looked around, scanning left and right, but saw nothing. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian drone closed the distance quickly. In the final moments, the soldier noticed the drone and tried to move away, but it was too late. The Ukrainian drone completed its operation swiftly and efficiently. No panic, no warning, just routine, then silence. Near the Zaporizhzhia line, surveillance drones detected a lone Russian soldier moving between burned grass and green vegetation. One soldier stopped, covered in mud. He kicked at the ground repeatedly, trying to loosen his boot, bent forward and unaware. He never looked up. The drone hovered quietly, then descended. He remained focused on the ground. Then contact was made. Still hunched, still unaware, he was effectively engaged in place. Even the most mundane movement is visible from above, especially when performed in the open. An occupying soldier sits in the vehicle, observing the approaching drone. The drone flies along a rural road and passes a parked vehicle. As it passes, the camera detects movement inside. The soldier remains seated, watching the drone. The drone then turns back and swiftly aligns with the engage. The next sequence unfolds near the Pokrovsk direction. A Russian tank carrying several soldiers on top moves across open terrain toward Ukrainian defensive lines. From above, a Ukrainian drone detects the movement and begins approaching from the rear. Moments later, the drone moves in and makes contact with the tank. The initial impact causes immediate panic. Soldiers, riding on the vehicle and members of the crew quickly leave it, scattering across the field in a disorganized retreat, leaving the tank isolated and stationary. A short time later, another Ukrainian drone arrives overhead and follows up with another impact. After the second contact, flames begin to appear from the vehicle. Thick smoke follows as the tank burns intensely before eventually becoming completely inoperable, confirming the loss of the platform under sustained aerial pressure. The Ukrainian Phobos UAV battalion of the 46th Airborne Brigade detected a Russian soldier near Novopavlivka. The soldier, hiding in the ruins, was unable to escape the drone. After that, an enemy tank moving to support Russian infantry was detected and engaged. Additionally, ground-based robotic drones remain a key technology given the current intensity of combat operations. Attempts were made to conceal an antenna, but an FPV drone navigated into a pipe and located a Russian soldier there. Although he managed to escape, the operator was able to track his electric vehicle. Next, 2 episodes at the same location, a bus stop. In the first video, a Russian soldier is hiding inside. The drone circled overhead and made precise contact, effectively neutralizing the position. Shortly after, 2 infantrymen arrived on a motorcycle and were immediately monitored and engaged. Along the same road, additional points show where Russian transport was targeted and disabled.